Pikmin 2, the direct sequel of Pikmin 1, and a very controversial Pikmin game, which coincidentally is actually my favorite Pikmin game for reasons like, look at this beautiful boy, Louie. I like him. Guys. And also he might have caused Pikmin 2's existence. Talking about Pikmin 2's story, it takes place right after the first Pikmin game, where Olimar has escaped the post-apocalyptic Earth, also called PNF 404. Where now he goes back to his home planet of Hokate, and the company he works for, Hokate Fright, on the planet he finds out that his company is going to death, and they have to sell his beloved dolphin. But they also find out that junk to us is actually good money for them. So they go to PNF 404 again, and as a classic trait of Olimar, they crash land. Which makes Olimar and Louie need to split for the tutorial of the game. But when they're coming together, they find a Duracell battery, and that's where one of my favorite features of Pikmin 2 come in. That has stuff that we can see, relate to in real life, and then we can see how small Olimar actually is, and how small the Pikmin, on the other hand, can be, which is really interesting, actually. Then you come across the first cave, and I understand why people don't love caves, but in this cave you get purple Pikmin, and my name is Purple Pikmin Studios. But I can see why people don't really like the caves. It's a dungeon crawler, and it doesn't really make the first game good. Well, the first game was all about exploring a little mini garden. It was interesting and fun. That's why Miyamoto wanted to create Pikmin 3, just to see his envision in HD graphics. So, but I like Pikmin 2 because of that. And also, it has funky and crazy music as hell. Gloofa's Kitchen. That's one hell of a song. So, and I can see why in Pikmin 3 they changed it back to the normal way of Pikmin 1. And why there's no purple Pikmin or white Pikmin, on the other hand, which are useless in the game. Okay, so anyway, I can also not remember most of the caves in Pikmin 2 because they're all very repetitive, like the backgrounds, like the assets, and they're all also randomized to give a better spin, but most of the time it's not that big of a randomization. So, but there's one good cave that I like, but a lot of people rip on because it's spoopy and they don't like stress. The submerged castle, of course, with the water wraith, the goddamn water wraith. I love him. I love the payoff in the last level where you get to beat him up with purple Pikmin. See, purple Pikmin are the best. Because they chunky and they have a little bit of hair. So, and also the aesthetic of water, pretty sick. So after Olimar and Louie recollect the depth and the ship turns gold for some reason, they fly back to Hokate, but Louie gets left behind. I don't know how Olimar forgot, left behind on PNF 404. So he goes back, tells the manager's like, bro, we gotta get him back or we get sued. And while they go back, they collect more treasure on PNF 404. And I don't really like this part of the game too much. This part of the game is, how can I say it? Tedious. and very boring. And also the final boss is so easy, yellow Pikmin, because you only need yellow Pikmin. Because his electrical attack is a one-hit kill in this game. Thank God they changed that in Pikmin 3. But also I don't like this game because you need to grind for purple Pikmin for the fucking dumbbell. I hate the dumbbell. It takes 100. It has to have 1,000 Pikmin carrying it. You need one full squad of Pikmin, 100 purple Pikmin, and you can only get those purple Pikmin and white Pikmin, who no one fucking cares about, by the way, white Pikmin, in select caves, which is the hardest. And you know the fast cave? Yeah, so now that doesn't have purple Pikmin flowers. So yeah, you're kind of screwed. You gotta keep redoing each cave, which fucking reeks. So, and you also gotta, to complete the whole game, you gotta do 100% to get the good ending, where they get back to the planet Hokate and blah blah blah. Done. So, in this game, I really actually do like it how they add powers to the Pikmin. Like, this time, yellow Pikmin aren't fucking useless, and they are actually like electricity, and that was like, and the whole bomb rock thing is out of the question now, which is good, I guess, from some standard point. So yeah. Thing of the day, so basically if you like dungeon crawlers and you're also not familiar to the Pikmin game because you're stressed about the first game, but you really don't want to play the third game, and if you like games like Diablo, like dungeon crawlers, I think this game would be pretty good for you. It's funny, it's creative, I like the art choice and style, the music is 100% great. But, yeah, to many people, Pikmin fans, this game is their least favorite, Scott the was. But to me, I give it a 10 out of 10, because my channel is named Purple Pikmin Studios, and I like fucking Purple Pikmin. That sounds wrong, whatever. sound wrong. What